Some think God is all about religion, but it's more about relationship. You'll find that when you go deeper with God, that you can learn the deeper things of God. But if there's no relationship there, then the deeper things of God are not available to you. And so let's talk about how to go deeper with God. Let's debunk the saying that God is boring, and let's get into some information that will be helpful for your future. I'm Kia Harris Tattegrain, and I am here to present another episode of Fulfilling Life Friday. I am excited for this next episode that will take you on a deeper journey in your relationship with God and making sure it's not about religion. So I have a few scriptures, but I want to make it more something that can help you and be practical. So first scripture I have is Deuteronomy 29:29. The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but the things revealed belong to us and to our sons forever, that we may observe all the words of this law. If we have relationship, we get access to the deeper things of God. So having a relationship with God is something that should be pursued all the time. Whether you're 80 or you're 16, you're 12, you're 33, the relationship with God should always be there, striving to increase your relationship with God, striving to seek Him out. And in my experience, I've found that as I've grown closer to God, He has revealed more things about myself and my purpose, in addition to my future, and He has revealed things that I had never thought was available for me. But had I not pursued Him and did things like fasting and praying, did things like consecrating and separating myself from certain things of the world so that I can hear from Him clearly, or being led by His direction when He says, go here, do that, say this thing, then I wouldn't have an understanding of certain things that I experience today. So know that God is intentional about taking you on a journey with Him, taking you on a journey towards your purpose. But if you don't know Him, you won't know your true purpose. If you don't know Him, you're not going to have guidance that you'll need. If you don't know Him, you will be living like the world, where they make news about new something coming out that is impacting the world and impacting your city. You would not know the direction for the things to come. So you want to make sure that you have your relationship, you're speaking to God daily, you're praying. Isn't it interesting that when you sometimes pray that you are wanting to not pray? You're considering, well, I'm not going to pray, I don't have time for this, reading the Bible is boring. It's not. Just get an understanding. If you don't know a word, you look it up. If you don't understand the version, you get another version. If you want to consume a Bible in another way besides reading it, you may say, I'm going to have a audio that's playing, or I'm going to watch this video that has the text of the Bible in addition to the audio. There's so many ways to consume the Bible, and so we shouldn't make an excuse. Talking to myself as well. Another scripture I have here is Daniel 2:22. It is He who reveals the profound and hidden things. He knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with Him. So it is God who reveals the deeper things. He can reveal your future to you. As I said, He's revealed things. I've had a conversation with someone, and then I've heard the response or received the response in a dream. I've had the ability to have an encounter with Him, being in a room or being in a certain space. And so you want to make sure that you have the ability to, that information too. I can share all the encounters I've experienced and all the things He's done for me, but I want you to make it personal and make it so that He can do it for you as well. Next, I have Psalm 25:14. The secret of the Lord is for those who fear Him, and He will make them know His covenant. So those who fear Him, having the fear of God means that you are wanting to be dedicated to God. You want to do things that are pleasing to God. You want things to be that it is honorable, and you are serving the people you're called to serve, and you're serving individuals that are for you to serve. And so you want to make sure that you are doing those things. John 14:12-14. Verily, truly, I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father, and I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. We are called to do greater things than Jesus when He was on this earth. So what does that mean? It's meaning that We are supposed to cast out demons. We're supposed to heal the sick. We're supposed to provide healing and revelation and encounters. But being vessels, not saying that the power source comes from us and it's just us alone, really honoring the fact that the power comes from God himself and that it's not of us. And we should be honored to be able to be used as a vessel. So if you think about a vase, and vase have this capacity and this volume to carry things in it. If God is giving you the capacity to serve others, we should do it honorably, but we should also consider that the vessel needs to be clean. It needs to be one that is not dipping and diving into different things, one that can be used wholeheartedly without hindrance. And so you just want to take that into consideration. I believe when Jesus said greater things than he, that is beyond our imagination. So we know what Jesus did when he was here on this earth during his ministry, but we should consider that it can be far beyond our imagination. We shouldn't be putting God in a box. As you continue to explore things with God and understand him, you'll understand that he moves in ways that we don't understand, but we can get the revelation if we just ask for it. We can ask for, well, why did that happen? What was this dream about? I found that with my dreams, God is with symbols. So it's not plainly as it is. It can be that an image or a figure or something that happens in a dream needs to be seen as a metaphor. And then some things are to be seen as taking it at face value, but you have to ask God for the revelation. It's one thing to dream and have the gift of dreaming, but it's another thing to get the revelation. So you want to ask God, what does this mean? Where's the connection? Because if you're dreaming, quite often it's that God can be sharing with you about your next steps, or giving you warnings, or giving you revelation, or revealing someone to you. So pay attention to your dreams, document them, be a good steward of those dreams. So when it comes to exploring God, I would say that it is a sure way to have an encounter with him. And what I mean by encounters is it can be that you go to a church or a conference and you feel his presence, but it's not that we should have to go to a certain setting in order to feel his presence or have an encounter with him. It should be that you can be in your home and have an encounter. I've had encounters with God waking up after a dream and just sitting there and praying and hearing from him in the early hours of the morning. So as you seek him, you'll find that your encounters will be more. And of course, remembering to go back to relationship. If you don't have relationship, you shouldn't be expecting of those encounters. But if you have relationship, you should be expecting of those encounters. So I want to close with an example of some encounters that I had that were a series of encounters. So I went on a fast, and I found, and I continue to find, that going on fast and praying will lead to more encounters. So I would have these encounters, so whether it be through dreams, visions, and most of that is half awake, half asleep for me. And so it led to these series of encounters that I had. So you may consider, how can I fast? How can I remove the things that are blocking God's communication with me? How can I make it so that I'm hearing from him daily? How can I be more of a vessel so that he can use me? So I trust that this message has blessed you. I would encourage you to stay connected, because we're going to have a series on encounters that's coming up for Fulfilling Life Friday. I'm really excited about it. I've been talking about it for quite some time, and now it's time to make the videos. So go ahead and hit subscribe. Make sure also to comment with the topic that you would want to hear on Fulfilling Life Friday. Glad to make a video about it. So go ahead, drop your comment, like this video so we can spread the message, and I will catch you on another episode of Fulfilling Life Friday.